right, so today I'm going to be using some lower mesh counts. I'm using a 156 mesh. Now for the underlay, you can use whatever you'd like. I'm choosing to use a 156 to lay down a nice layer. I'm also using a triple durometer squeegee to help with that lay down. Now when it comes to the puff screen, it's really important not to go to too high of a mesh count. If you go too high, you're going to start constraining how much ink actually lays down. We need a good deposit of ink to lay down with the puff additive onto the shirt, so when it hits the dryer, it actually is enough for it to start to sponge up as it takes the heat and starts to kind of bring in the air with the blowing agent inside that puff additive. So again, the puff's on a 156 to make sure I got that laid down enough. I would not recommend going too much higher than like a 196 or a 200 mesh. Also, very important when flashing, with all prints, but definitely this too, when I flash my underbase, I want to make sure I'm not over flashing and causing it to fully cure. If you fully cure your underbase, it'll actually cause bonding issues where the top inks will not bond to them and they'll actually wash off. So I'm just going to get to the point where it's dry to the touch and then lay down my puff on top of that. Let's give it a go. As always, when printing, especially with plastisol inks, we want to make sure we're hitting the correct temperature. So I'm going to be using my thermal sensor, often called a red dot gun or a temperature gun, to check the temperature as it goes through the dryer. The important thing is to make sure you point that red dot at the ink, not just the shirt itself. So make sure the ink hits the temperature. For this that I'm using, the puff additive, it needs to hit 320 degrees for right about 20 to 30 seconds. So I'm going to make sure I'm hitting at least 320 and I'm able to get the puff that I want.